out in front to Robinson for him to chip it upstairs. Really,
it seems to me that Graham Emmett is really good at closing down with his legs. I mean, the upper half, as we saw Riley Johnson just sliding it over his shoulder earlier on in the second period, but
great opportunity there for the Ice Pack. Lath Jadala fed a perfect pass from Ryan Kinney there. Excuse me, Chris Solomon. And at this point in the game, there's not a lot of time left in this one. Again, intercepted there by Matt Miller. Matt Miller trying to make something happen, dodges by.
Wow, see, that is the connection right there.
Really good work right there by Matt Miller to walk his defender and toe drag around him and slide that puck across the crease for an easy tap-in goal.
Back from this one, but you know they won't stop trying. This one taken away by the Ice Pack. Another opportunity out in space, the speed right there. As he takes that one and puts it right in.
That would be Garrett
Arriere just doing a fantastic job there, using his speed to just jet out in front. There was no stopping him. An excellent game comes to a conclusion. The Ice Pack continue to roll over this ECU Pirates team. That'll do it for us here.
Hey Wolfpack, I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this is PackTV News. We've had a busy weekend for Wolfpack sports. On Friday, the women's club soccer team faced ECU on Method Fields here in Raleigh. The Wolfpack shut out the Pirates 4-0. Also on Friday, the Ice Pack faced off against the ECU hockey team. Last season, the Ice Pack was undefeated going into nationals with a 25-0 regular season record. On Friday, the Ice Pack was victorious over the ECU Pirates with a final score of 10-2. Coach Mike Cazzillo says he's very happy with the offensive play and with how composed the freshmen were in the home opener. Senior Ian Hutchinson said that even after an excellent season last year, you still can't overlook anyone. The team's next game will be at home on Friday, October 4th against Richmond. Saturday, the softball team took on Lewisburg. We have Abby Davis to tell us more.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Abby Davis with PackTV, and today is NC State's fall season opener against Lewisburg. I'm at Dell Softball Stadium. Let's see how they play. Go Pack!
The Wolfpack threw the first pitch of the game with Nestor as their starting pitcher. Lewisburg was able to make a major double play in the second inning. The first 3 innings were a slow start for the Wolfpack, but big names like Sam Gress and April Visor were able to step up to the plate and score home runs. The Wolfpack was able to continue the streak and had 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Overall, the Pack had great efficiency in their offense and defense by creating a high-scoring game for the Pack while keeping the Lewisburg Hurricanes at 0 runs. This was a great fall opener for the Wolfpack, and they were able to take home the win at 17-0.
That's all for today, Wolfpack fans. Thanks for watching. I'm Abby Davis with PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.
Also on Saturday, the men's rugby team defeated Georgetown 42-7. State proved that they are not resting on their laurels coming off a fantastic season last year, as they showed incredible depth as a whole team throughout the game. The team is currently number 15 in the nation, and as of this year is a Division I team. Coach Brian Ketchum said that the goal is to win the conference, and destiny is in their own hands. Saturday was also an exciting day for the sailing team as they won the South Atlantic Intercollegiate Sailing Association Conference Division title. Sophomore crew Olivia Gregg said the team is dialed in and looking forward to what is next. The football team traveled to Tallahassee, Florida, where they fell short in their ACC opener against the Florida State University Seminoles. Missed opportunities offensively are what ultimately led to the Pack's 31-13 loss. Coach Dorn said he is proud of the way the defensive kids battled and that the team struggled offensively in a lot of ways. NC State used all 3 quarterbacks over the course of the game. Sunday, the men's club soccer team defeated High Point University 4-1. Referees did not show up, so the 2 teams decided to scrimmage, which ended at halftime, likely due to heat. I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this has been PackTV News, bringing you into the Pack.
Okay, just stay there for a second.
Okay.
Because what I want to do, back to new one here. All right, just give me a smile for your spin.
Awesome.
What's up, Wolfpack? My name is Nick Clemente, and for this week's 60-second sound-off, I want to talk to you guys about games being held in Reynolds Coliseum. I believe the NC State Athletics should schedule more men's basketball games at Reynolds Coliseum during the season. That we should only hold all of the out-of-conference games and cupcake games at Reynolds Coliseum. But even ACC play for PNC Arena, trust me, I know what you're thinking. You're all going to ask, what about the big ACC games like UNC, Duke, Clemson, and Virginia? Hear me out. My reason being that the atmosphere would just be so much better since the stadium is smaller and all the sounds echo throughout the building, making the game way more electric than before. Instead of at PNC when some of the games have no one in the upper deck. And then most importantly, the games would be very convenient for students to get to, who would live on campus, so why not hold it at Reynolds Coliseum?
What's up, Wolfpack fans, and welcome to my new show. In case you missed it, I'm your host, Leah Bruce, bringing you all of your NC State sport updates from over the weekend to catch you back up on everything you missed. The NC State Women's Club soccer team defeated ECU 4-0 in Friday evening's match with just one goal in the first before turning up their offense to put the Pirates down with 3 more goals. The Wolfpack hockey team also took down the Pirates in a dominating 10-2 win, giving them a 2-0 record to start the season. With 8 different scores throughout the match, NC State walked away with an easy win. Up next, the Pack will be facing Richmond Friday evening inside the Iceplex at 9:30. The NC State football team dropped its first ACC game of the season to Florida State 13-31 Saturday evening in Tallahassee. The Pack took its only lead of the game early on in the first with a pair of field goals before the Seminoles broke through with a touchdown pass for 43 yards. With a silent Wolfpack offense until the fourth, Florida State managed to stretch its lead to 24-6 before quarterback Bailey Hockman had his first career touchdown pass to Emeka Emezi. Next weekend, the Pack will have its first bye week, but will be back in Carter-Finley October 10th to host Syracuse at 8 p.m. The NC State volleyball team gave up 3 sets to Notre Dame, but the Wolfpack was highlighted by Melissa Evans in her 12 leading kills throughout the match. Evans now has reached double-digit kills in 13 of her 14 matches played this season, including 11 straight. Up next, the Pack will host UNC Chapel Hill Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to In Case You Missed It. I'm your host, Leah Bruce, and we'll see you back here next week.
I'm Savannah Russell, and welcome back to the weekly review on PackTV, where we highlight the top 5 news stories in NC State sports. Starting with number 5. The NC State men's golf team finishes in 7th place in the Maui Jim Intercollegiate this weekend in Arizona. The Wolfpack improving to that 7th spot in the final day of play and shooting 6th under par as a team. And number 4. With victories over Boston College and the College of Charleston, the men's soccer team continues to improve their record as they are now 4-2-1. Then number 3. The women's soccer team has improved their record to 5-3-1. The women went to number 8 Duke this weekend, ultimately resulting in a tie with the Blue Devils after a hard-fought double overtime. Number 2. The NC State women's cross-country team kicked off their season in a dominant fashion, winning the Adidas Cross Country Challenge. Senior Ellie Hines led the Pack to the victory. and 11 of the top 12 finishes were members of the Wolfpack. The men's cross-country team took second overall and had 5 top 20 finishes. Finally, number 1. The NC State football team defeats Ball State under the lights in the Wolfpack's blackout game. The Wolfpack came away with a 34-23 win. The Wolfpack look ahead to this weekend when they will travel to Tallahassee to play Florida State. This will be NC State's first ACC conference game for the season. And our PackTV Player of the Week is Tazara King. The senior women's soccer player has been dominating the field and the ACC so far this season. This last week alone, she had 3 goals and 3 assists. And against ECU, she had 2 goals and 3 assists, totaling in 7 points for the night. That is all for this edition of the Weekly Review. I'm Savannah Russell from PackTV, bringing you Into the Pack.
Lily Mangrum, and we're here at the Wolfpack Training Center in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina, ready to see the NC State women's club soccer team take on the UNC Tar Heels. It's a brisk 62 degrees here, and the two teams should be ready to take the field right after this. What are you looking for in this game today?
Well, the Wolfpack is undefeated, but the Tar Heels have only lost 1 match, so it looks like both teams are looking for a win tonight. So that'll be interesting to see how the two take on each other.
Yeah, that is true. Both teams only 1 loss between the two of them. What do you think UNC might be looking to exploit here to their advantage, NC State wise?
Well, I don't know much about the Tar Heels, but I think the Pack, if they have that overconfidence of being undefeated, they can try to take advantage of that and find their weak spots and play quick and get a goal quick, so they're up on the scoreboard.
That's absolutely. You got to make sure, even though they might not have a loss, they got to make sure they still execute on all levels. Don't get sloppy, even though you haven't been handed the first loss. You never know when it might come.
Right.
I am excited to see what we've got in store here tonight.
A star player for the Pack is Ann Lassiter-Barnes. Ann Lassiter is a sophomore here at NC State, and she has scored many goals this season. She seems to be a powerful player on the field for the Pack.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited to see what she can do tonight against an elite team like UNC that throughout the season so far has been pretty good at limiting teams scoring goals. So we'll see what she's got in store for UNC tonight.
Right.
Should be a great game.
Last game, the Pack played their goalies each for a half. They didn't do a substitution in between. They each played for a half. So I'm interested to see who plays which half and if that's still the case, if they play a half each.
And in that last game, even though the Pack is undefeated, they almost lost that last game.
They did.
So they might be thinking to mix that up, that strategy,
well,
maybe.
They didn't actually almost lose it. They were down for most of the game, but then had a turnaround and took the game themselves. They took over.
Okay. So you think they might stick to that goalie a half strategy they had going?
I'm not sure, but both goalies seem to be doing well. It seems like the second half goalie, I'm not sure which one it was, but it seems like she gave more confidence to the players on the field, and that's when they really took over the game. So I'm interested to see if that's the way they felt also, or if that was just an observation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited to see that as well. Should be a great game.
UNC's jerseys look pretty nice. They are a nice white and blue on the jersey.
the UNC women's club soccer team is a very experienced team. I've noticed they've got a lot of juniors and seniors, a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of players that really seem to know what they're doing. They've been out there for a while, and I think that's a distinct advantage they've got going into this game, is just the sheer age and knowledge they have as players.
Yeah, they definitely have a diverse team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, looks like we're getting ready to go here. The two teams are taking the field here.
It looks like Pack will start with the ball. We've got Anna Sheridan and Ann Lassiter-Barnes up top. And Callie Creech out on the wide.
That is.
And they send it back.
All right. All right.
The ball is given to UNC.
UNC with a pass upfield, right back to NC State. That is a pass to.
Callie Creech has the ball down wide. Oh, and the UNC takes the ball.
It's been a very back and forth game so far. Neither team can really seem to control the possession, get anything going here. Pretty chippy thus far. Okay. Looks like NC State's got the ball at the head of steam here. Looking to get something to go, and it looks like that ball is going to go. Oh, nope, it's saved by NC State. Deep in. And right back to UNC. Downfield, number 22's got a clear path here. Oh, saves the ball. And that ball is gonna go out. That's gonna be NC State ball here. And
there's a throw in on the field. NC State looking to get the ball on their side of the field. UNC has the ball in the box, or right outside the box.
And NC State takes possession there. Pass upfield. And, oh. NC State, number one's got a clear shot there, passes it back to. And that shot attempt there is no good. That's going to be UNC ball with the UNC throw in there. And the NC State goalkeeper just grabs that one. That is.
And the ball is out.
Out of bounds.
It is a UNC throw in.
They are calling that for UNC here.
And that
Out
one is
again. Still staying with UNC here, it looks like. Number 19's taking the ball here, looking to get something rolling here, and NC State takes it. Header there.
And that's Ann Lassiter-Barnes going up top, challenging for the ball.
And would you consider Ann Lassiter-Barnes a pretty assertive player on the soccer field?
Yes, I would.
She likes to impose her will, you might say.
Yeah, she always seems pretty hungry for a goal.
And that's what you want out of a player. They're just always looking to get involved in the action.
That's a throw in for the Pack.
Throw in for the Pack here. Okay. All right. Back to number 15. Okay, looking to reset up top here. And that ball is going to go out. That's going to be a throw-in for UNC, it looks like.
It's going to be a goal kick, actually.
Goal kick.
Goal
My
kick.
mistake. I appreciate that, Lily. Goal kick coming up here.
Goal kicks can be pretty hard. You have to find your players up top, and it's hard to place them, just as the Pack just took that ball away.
Oh, absolutely. I don't have near the foot-eye coordination to be able to pull something like that off, so I can't even imagine the level of difficulty they're dealing with there.
Right. It's a throw-in.
Now it is a throw-in here for the Tar Heels. So I was right. I was just a little bit early there. Another throw-in for the Tar Heels coming up here. Okay. NC State takes possession. And once again, looks like we got a throw in for the Tar Heels coming up here. It's very early in the game, but it seems like the majority of the game so far has been spent on the NC State side of the field, mostly playing defense, kind of have their back up against the wall a little bit. What are you looking for them to be able to turn the tides a little bit and get a little more aggressive and offensive?
Well, it seems like one of their key plays are to send it up top and let Ann Lassiter or Callie Creech follow it up there and chase the ball and get a goal for them. So I'm not sure they're in too much trouble right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Uh-oh. Number 22's got a clear field there. She's looking to take shot. Oh.
That was a great tackle by the Pack.
Great tackle. Picture perfect by number 15 right there. The NC State goalkeeper getting ready to bring this ball back into play.
And the starting goalkeeper is Cody Patterson tonight for the Pack.
Cody Patterson. Interesting. Great kick there by Cody Patterson. Getting the ball to NC State. Getting ready to set up shop here. Kind of a dangerous kick there into several blue and red jerseys there, and UNC takes possession. They've got number 15, Caroline Rusk with the ball there, and that's going to be a UNC throw in the corner there. There we go. There's that. Oh, great save by the goalkeeper there. Who'd you say the goalkeeper's name was?
Cody Patterson.
Cody Patterson with a great save there. The header from UNC. Uh-oh, here we go. Little over-ambitious kick there. The UNC goalkeeper just easily grabs that one. UNC looking to get off their side of the field here. A little more offensively. She's got, looking for number 17, Kathleen Moore there. Was not able to connect on the pass. And that ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for UNC there. It's going to be taken over by number 30, that is Patterson Sheehan. Ooh, ouch. Took a soccer ball right to the face there. That's not what you're looking for. But that is a unfortunate casualty of the game every once in a while. Throw in for UNC. Ooh.
And that's a goal kick for the Pack.
Goal kick for the Pack coming up right now. It looked like, I believe that was number 14, Mia Zayad for UNC there. Might have scraped up the elbow. She's holding the elbow there. That might be something to keep track of. Maybe a little injury warning there, but it looks like she should be fine. There's kicking.
Like I said with the goal kicks, it's really hard for them, it seems like, to keep possession with the goal kick. They have to place it just right.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, there's just so many people on the field. You're kicking into just a sea of almost purple, if you will. Just so many red and blue jerseys on both sides right there at the middle of the field. UNC is going to take possession there. Number 27, that is Laura Sullivan. She is
Callie
a grad
Creech
student.
with the steal there.
Callie Creech. All right. That's number 30, Patterson Sheehan's got it. She passed it to number 22, Sally Kuhn. Oh! Saved by number 18, Sylvina Salas, but she took a pretty nasty spill there.
And Lasser with the ball going up top, and she sends it, but not quite to anyone's feet.
Not quite to anyone's feet, but Ann Lasser, like you were saying, playing with that assertiveness you talked about earlier. Seems like even when she's doesn't have the ball, she seems to be involved in just about every play out there, which is definitely what you're looking for.
Right, right. It's a Wolfpack ball. Callie Creech coming out for the Pack, and in for the Pack we have Anna Bevins, and we have, not quite sure who that is. She won't turn around.
We will find out in a second.
Number 17, Tessa Hansen in for the Pack.
Tessa Hansen. Oh, that is out, and it's looking like it's going to stay Wolfpack ball there.
In for the Pack we have Ellison Luthen. Another substitution. It looks like they're making a lot of substitutions up top on their offensive plays.
It does look like that. Julia Nye subbing out for the Pack.
It's got me thinking if this isn't the start that the Packs want to have so far. So they've made some substitutions to try and mix things up a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is it? Would you say it's uncharacteristic for the NC State Wolfpack to have this many subs this early?
Well, I mean, you always want to have fresh feet out there, but 2 individual subs, or 2 sets of subs, is maybe a little early for that.
Fair enough. It seems like they're maybe trying to mix something up, show UNC something new in order to get something going here.
There goes Ann Lassiter to challenge the ball.
Ann Lassiter once again out in front with the ball, looking to make a play. But that is going to be UNC ball right there.
Nope, it's actually.
Oh, is that Wolfpack ball? I think they
the sideline ref called it Wolfpack ball, but it looks like center ref overturned that call.
2 dissenting calls. The center ref is going to.
Oh, I think the center ref called a foul, actually. That overrode.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense there.
The kick is up, and a header on the field. We've seen a couple headers so far. It seems like NC State's not too worried about hitting their heads against the ball.
They're putting it all on the line out there. They want this win. They do not want to jeopardize that undefeated streak, so they are willing to throw caution to the wind, I think.
Punt is up, and there's another header.
There's another header. There's another one. They are nonstop. Number 2's got the ball. That is Anna Bevins. Chapel takes over with Caroline Rusk, number 15. Seems like they're keeping it on their own side of the field. Oh, that is.
And the ball's in the box for the Pack, and UNC kicks it right out.
But it's going to stay Pack ball, it seems like, on this side of the field. Ooh, a little contact there. Ball is out again.
NC State trying to get the ball back in the box, and it's up. And Lasser not quite tall enough to head that one in.
Did not quite have the hops she was looking for there. But she might have gotten tangled up with the UNC player, though.
And it's in again. NC State putting all their efforts to send that ball straight into the box time after time.
Time after time, but not really, unfortunately, getting that many good, clean looks out of it, unfortunately, for NC State. That is.
Well, you know, as long as you keep sending them, eventually they'll go in.
Great point. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
And for the Tar Heels, we have Mia Spencer and Mia Zaid. Looks like this was a sub on the wing and in the back for UNC. Looks like they're trying to make some defensive wall, trying to build something that wasn't working before.
You think that's what they're going for here, trying to go more defense-oriented and keep people out of the box, because that seems to have been a problem for them early?
Right, yeah.
You think so? All right.
And UNC has a breakaway, sending their passes. And she crosses that one all the way over to the right, seeing what they can make of that.
That is number 14 with the ball, Mia Zaid.
And Cody Patterson with the save.
Patterson with the save again. And she's going to kick it into play there. Back to UNC, but NC State recovers. That looks like it is Anna Bevins. UNC is going to take over. And that ball is just going to head on out of bounds, looking like it's going to be
a throw-in for the Pack.
Throw-in for the Pack. Anna Bevins there.
Looking like a little bit of miscommunication for the Pack and turn that possession right over to UNC, but it looks like they're going to take it right back.
It's definitely been shaped. Uh-oh. Colin.
That's a foul on UNC.
On, I believe that was number 19, Sarah Duncase.
We have Carmen Pirtle taking the kick. They're going to send it in straight to the box so someone can put some body on it. And it's in.
And
ooh, what a nice save.
What a nice save by the UNC goalkeeper there.
We don't have her name quite yet. That wasn't given to us in the roster.
But she's playing great.
She is.
Regardless of her name, she is playing a great game so far.
Good punt up. Looks like it gave plenty of time for UNC to get up the field. Oh, the ball possession is taken by the Pack.
19, Sarah Duncase turns it over there, but it's right back to UNC. All right. That's number 17, Kathleen Moore, looking to push the pace, push the tempo a little bit, move the ball. Up to number 30, Patterson Sheehan. Sends it ahead, and that is saved by the NC State goalkeeper.
UNC's goalkeeper seems to be a little upset with the way the defense has been playing. She asked them, no drop, and it looks like no one was dropping.
And why would the goalkeeper say no drop there for people
well,
who might not understand?
You know, she wants them to get the ball, put their first touch on it and keep it from dropping back to the box.
Absolutely.
And because it seems like NC State is very strong when they're kicking it close to the box, and they haven't had any results yet, but that's what they're looking for.
Absolutely. They've been basically living in the box so far up until this point in the game.
Right.
So.
I think you must have jinxed it when you said that it was UNC's having most of the possession.
I have been known to put a jinx on something here or there, so it would not surprise me. And that ball. All right. NC State's got the ball, but it has been contentious. It's been very back and forth. Nobody's really seemed to control that much.
That seemed a little dangerous, that high kick right there. You've got to watch out what you're doing with your feet.
Absolutely. Luckily, no one was injured, but yeah, that you do need to be careful of things like that. All right. NC State looking
Ball
to move
is
the ball.
sent up to Anna Bevins.
Anna Bevins.
UNC kicks it out.
It's going to stay Wolfpack ball. And again, like you were saying, looks like Wolfpack looking to get back into the box there, take some more shots. Hopefully they'll have a little more success than they have up to this point. Oh, actually, just like that, Tar Heels get the ball. Looks like I have been putting jinxes on this game. Oh. Number 31, Macy Lewis takes a pretty hard spill there, but she looks like she's okay. Slight limp, but doesn't look like anything too serious.
Seems like the Tar Heels are having trouble getting past NC State's back line. Oh, and the goalie comes out to make a save.
Oh, it does seem like that. And NC State's backline defense, part of the reason why they have yet to take a loss on the season so far. They've been on the same page, playing great defense throughout the season. Would you say so? Or?
I would agree. Yeah. Carson Key in for the Pack. Looks like we have a pretty big fan zone over on the other side. Lots of parents and friends came out tonight for tonight's game.
It does seem like we got a little bit of a crowd building over there. Cannot really gather who they seem to be cheering for. I guess NC State based on the traveling element, but you never know.
Chapel Hill's not too far away.
Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, that's number 3, Mia Spencer's got the ball, passes it to number 19, that's Sarah Duncase. And just like that, Anna, taken over by NC State there.
A little bit of a traffic jam over there.
I'd say so. A lot of action going on about midfield. 31, Macy Lewis has the ball, but and that
it's sent up. There's Ann Lassiter-Barnes again with an attempt of tackle, but it seems no good. And there we go, sent right up top, but UNC sends it right back.
Another header there, as you were saying.
This is probably the first of the colder games that both teams have had to go into. You've got to wonder if that's changed the pace a little bit.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get colder as the season goes on. It's just the way seasons work. But how does colder weather affect a soccer game?
Right. So it's harder to stay warm, and in order to stay warm, you've got to keep moving on the field. But that's a little harder to do, and that's something else to keep in mind when playing, because you want to keep your muscles from tightening, and you just got to keep into the game.
So would you say there's probably more or less movement in a colder game?
You know, you want to move less because
it's
you're
harder.
cold.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
harder, but you know it's far more important to move more during a colder game.
Ooh, miscommunication there. Ball goes out of bounds, and we got a throw in for NC State down there. Oh.
In for the Pack, we have Kylie Quinn.
Kylie Quinn, number 22.
And it looks like they're sending a few more up for the next substitution.
I believe Anna Bevins might have just subbed out there for NC State. She's been very active in the game thus far, so we'll see how her subbing out will affect the Pack here.
Looks like there was a foul on the play. And we'll have Ellison Luthen sending it in for the Pack.
Just gobbled up there by the UNC goalkeeper.
Wasn't quite on frame.
Not quite, but sent in there by the UNC goalkeeper, and NC State's gonna take possession there. Oh, never mind, right back to UNC. That is number 22, it looks like Kylie Quinn. Oh, I apologize, that is number 27, Abby Maston for UNC.
Abby Maston and Mia Spencer seem to be dominating in the back for UNC, not letting much get past them.
I would agree. Going to number 31 here for Chapel Hill, Macy Lewis, looking to take a shot on goal, and it is saved. It's all good. Sent into play there by the NC State
Looks like he
goalkeeper.
couldn't quite get a head on it, and the goalkeeper is out to save that ball.
Kicked into play there by the Chapel Hill goalkeeper.
It seems like it was put right at NC State's feet.
Recovered by number 9, Elena Jefferson there. Back to Chapel Hill. Mia Spencer there, who you've been saying has been kind of holding the backline defense down out there, is handling the ball a little bit there.
Yeah.
Trying to get something going on offense.
Right, you can't have anything happen on offense without a strong defense behind you.
Absolutely,
to
absolutely.
send it in. So we made quite a few substitutions. We have we have number 16 Carson Fielding in for the Pack, and we have, oh my goodness, I am not quite sure which ones went in. But
It looked like a big time substitution, so I'd say probably several players there switched.
3 in for the Pack and 1 for UNC. And that is out.
And they are calling it is going to be
UNC ball.
UNC ball right here. Mia Spencer on the throw in there. Gets it into number 9, Catherine Herfurth.
There's a little bit of a nutmeg right there. Straight through the legs.
And that ball is going to sail out right there. It's going to be Wolfpack ball. And UNC has got ahead of steam.
Got to be careful. There we go.
That could have been disastrous for the Pack. Luckily, they get out of there without anything too bad. And that's just going to be sent out of bounds there by the Pack.
A lot of times that's the best case scenario, just sending it out, letting everyone reset for a little bit.
You think that was a strategic kick out of bounds there to try and get the defense back together?
Yeah. That's oftentimes like the only option left. If there's a lot of pressure on your side of the field, you know, you've got to send it out.
Absolutely.
Just to give your team players time to get back.
Number 20, Delaney Coward there on the throw-in. It's going to be Chapel looking to set up shop.
UNC teammates seem to be yelling for their players to take a shot because it doesn't seem like they've taken many shots this half.
They have. I'm definitely looking for them to get a little more aggressive and assertive, take some more shots. Much in the way NC State has been attacking the box down there. Even though the score is 0-0, I'd say just from a pure taking shot standpoint, UNC is lagging behind NC State somewhat in that regard.
Right. So in for the Tar Heels, we have Sally Kuhn and Emily First.
All right. Oh.
And there's
sails
those
over
shots
the
we were
goal
looking
there.
for.
Looks like she listened to her teammates there and decided to take the shot. Unfortunately, not the result she was going for. But if you're UNC, I think you got to like that aggression.
Right. A shot's better than no shot. In for the Pack, we have number 15, Julia Nye.
Subbed in for, let's see that. Looks like number 7, Lauren Hayes.
And she'll be a right back for the Pack.
Right.
Kylie Quinn playing defensively, not letting anyone take the ball from her.
Julia Nye got the ball looking to pass upfield, but it is stolen away by the Tar Heels.
And I'm guessing one of those substitutions was to take Ann Laster-Barnes out because it looks like up top we have number 12, Sarah Hitt, in her place.
I'd say so. And Laster-Barnes has been playing a lot, very assertive, very aggressive, running around the field. Sometimes you got to give a player like that a breather. So
right.
It makes sense that she would sub out at this point.
NC State seems to be making a lot of subs early on in the first half.
Absolutely, absolutely. Might be part of the weather you were talking about there. They might not be ready or acclimated for the temperature. Maybe need to get warmed up, get moving.
Right.
Might not game plan properly for it. You never know.
Right. And for the Pack, we have number 10, Anna Sheridan. And then for the Tar Heels, we have number 15, Caroline Rusk.
All right. And looking to kick it back into play here so far. The kick's not the greatest success rate here. It looks like mostly they've been going to the wrong team, unfortunately. Chapel Hill taking possession. And again,
There was a foul on the play.
Foul on the play. Going against Chapel Hill there.
Maybe some sort of push in the back. I didn't quite see it. Looks like number 14, Carmen Purtle will take the kick again. Hoping to redeem herself after the last one was off frame. And she sends that in, and it is headed by Tar Heels.
That was a rough header there. That one.
Right.
That one looked like it might have hurt a little bit. She really hit that thing full speed ahead.
Yeah.
That ball sails out of bounds there.
Right. And also, when it's colder, the ball tends to hit a little harder.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So that's something you gotta wonder if they were ready for. The sudden change in temperature, different play of game.
As someone who's been hit in the head with a lot of balls before, I can tell you a cold ball definitely hurts a lot worse.
Right.
All right. Chapel Hill looking to get something going here. Oh. Sends it back to number 22, Sally Kuhn, it looks like. Over to number 20, Delaney Cowart. She passed it up to, I believe that is Christiana Wayne right there, number 5. Kicks the ball. Got kicked out by NC State, but she was the last one before that. And number 20, Delaney Cowart's going to bring the ball into play. Ball is kicked out there. It's going to remain UNC ball deep in Pack territory. All right. Looks like Catherine Herthforth is going to be the one to throw this ball in here. Or kick. My apologies there. Going to take a kick on the goal, and that is wide right, unfortunately. So they were able to get another kick in there, but again, not quite what they were looking for, not quite on line.
Right.
NC State's going to kick this ball back into play here.
And a goal kick for the Pack. I think the goalkeeper, Cody Patterson, has done pretty well so far. I'm interested to see if they'll play the backup goalkeeper, Anna Poston, for the second half.
I'm also interested to see that. She's played great. It's been somewhat, hadn't had a lot to work with here just because the defense for the Pack has been so great. There hasn't been that many shots on goal, but what has had to deal with, I think she's done a great job with thus far.
And for the Pack, we have Jill Noonan.
Looks like she is subbing in for
Carson Key. So she'll go somewhere on the wing up top offensively. Looking to make some plays up there and get a goal on the field.
Would you consider her more of an offensive player?
Well, I was just watching where she went on the field.
Understandable.
Right.
All right. And
seems like UNC seems to be in a panic whenever NC State is down on their side of the field.
It does seem they do seem to be scrambling around a little bit more, a little more frantic, a little more manic. But they've got the ball here, kicks it upfield. I guess trying to get it to number 9 there. That would be Catherine Herthforth, but
Cody
just
Patterson
sent it a little bit too far. Cody Patterson brings it back in. And that ball is just going to sail out of bounds. Looked like Cameron Purtle there for NC State kicked that one out. We've got a sub here.
It looks like it's for some kind of injury.
Yep.
We have
number 9, Catherine Herthforth is limping off the field a little bit. Calls in number 14, Mia Zaid. So definitely need to keep track of that injury. Catherine Herthforth sits down and definitely seems to be nursing that right ankle, so need to keep track of that. All right.
And that one is sent out.
Out.
UNC ball again.
Oh, arms got hooked there a little bit. It is. UNC's going to retain possession there.
And I noticed they send it back a lot. I think that's a strategy that they are very comfortable with doing, just giving themselves time to reset and sending it back and then sending it up again.
It is interesting because, like you were talking about, on defense they seem to be a little bit frantic, a little bit scrambled. But on offense, it really seems like they like to try and reset, have the offense set up, or kick it back, kind of know what they're doing a little bit more. So that's kind of an interesting difference there for the UNC game plan.
Right.
All right, and they're tangled up at about midfield. Looks like Chapel Hill's got the ball. All right.
Oh, a little bit of body on the field.
Thrown in by NC State there. Tries to get it. Kicks it into about 3 blue jerseys, and that's UNC ball. Let's see if they can get something going here. That's a kick on goal, and right to the goalkeeper. Great save there by NC State.
Right. But that sort of shot doesn't take much to save. It seemed like it went right into her hands.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Not a whole lot of moving needed on that goal, on that save there.
Both teams need to sort of figure out the other goalkeeper's weaknesses and take shots in those areas.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, these shots they're taking aren't going to do much.
Absolutely. It seems like we've been talking about. It may be in the last couple minutes they've turned the tides a little bit, but it seems NC State's definitely been the aggressor in this game. What do you think Chapel Hill needs to look for to change, maybe tilt the scales a little bit in their favor offensively, get some more things going towards the goal, get some more looks?
Well, I think just shots on goal, because like if someone's taking some shots on you, whoop, that goal will go right to the wide, that shot. But like I was saying, if you're taking shots on goal, you know, even if they're not going in, they're still worrying the other team, you know, giving another team opportunities to take shots is not something you want to be doing as a defensive player. So I think if they keep taking shots, then they'll start to wear down NC State's defense.
Defense to offense almost is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And that ball is just going to sail out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Tar Heel ball there. Throws it into number 14 there, Mia Zaid. Pack are going to take over and reset on their side of the field. That's number 14, Cameron Pirtle. Gets it up ahead to number 10, Anna Sheridan. And UNC is going to take control there. They are off to the races. Number 22, Sally Coons got it. And that ball is looking like it's just going to roll on out of bounds there. Oh, yeah.
And UNC looking to make something happen.
Number 23, Emily First, looked like she was trying to get something going there, but just the ball again, just getting kicked out of bounds by NC State there.
Right. NC State's putting some pressure on the back line.
NC State goalkeeper's bringing it back into play. And again, oh, never mind. I stand corrected. NC State has it. Change of possession. UNC's got it. Right back to NC State. Doesn't seem like any team can really get anything going for too long. It's been very back and forth up until this point. Oh, that was a dangerous kick there. Almost made contact with the NC State player. Luckily, they were able to avoid that.
It does seem like there's a lot of kickball being played. They can't quite settle the ball to gain possession, either team.
All right. NC State, or I apologize, the UNC goalkeeper is about to bring this ball back into play. Oof. Big time header there, NC State. It's possession. Looking to get it up ahead to number 22, Sally Kuhn, but, I apologize, that's number 23, Emily First. And that will stay UNC ball.
And that's the end of the first half.
Tight game, 0-0. Neither team really seemed like they were able to get that much going offensively. There was a couple shots for NC State, but nothing too close. There looks like both teams are probably going to want to crank the aggressiveness, the aggression, the offense up in the second half, get something going, because they have been. It seems like they've almost been a little bit out of sorts so far.
I think both teams are going to have to give some sort of lifted speech to get their spirits boosted, to get some sort of points on the board.
You think so? You think the morale might be one of the leading problems here?
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting. I could see that, especially on a cold night. You got to keep the enthusiasm up, keep the energy going. I think a speech or something like that might be exactly what they need.
Right. So we'll be right back.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No, this is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right, despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
We purchased the land about 3 years ago, and there was an old farmstead on there with trees. We were going to clear the land so we could farm through it. We thought we knew where the pipe was and it wouldn't be a problem, so we didn't call to get it located. The work on our property led to the damage of a light crude pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse. Calling 811 and clicking before you dig are free services. It only takes minutes and can save your life.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
Our son Arjun was 6 weeks old and already had his first intestinal surgery when he was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. CF is a rare, genetic, life-shortening disease that affects every organ in the body and makes breathing difficult. At age 3.5, Arjun looks completely normal, but on his belly are scars from being in the operating room 9 times, which can be a reminder of our family's daily fight to extend his life. Thanks to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, we know we are not in this fight alone. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. But there is still much work to be done. Until CF stands for Cure Found, for all people with CF, including those like my son Arjun, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier.
All right, we're back here at NC State for this matchup between the NC State women's club soccer team and the UNC women's club soccer team. The score is tied at 0 apiece, but they're looking to get something going in the second half, make a little magic happen, get the offense moving. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I wonder if this change of field will have something to do with it, because neither team seems to be doing too much on the field on the side that they were originally on. But I'm hoping that something will happen, make this game a little more interesting.
Now, as a high school soccer player yourself, would you say that changing field and shooting on different goals, does that make an impact on your game?
I'd say so. It's definitely, most people don't realize, but it is a pretty big difference. Mm-hmm. It's definitely change of direction, a change of wind. It's just, it's a lot different. And so hopefully that'll make something of it. And Ann Lassiter is back up top for the Pack. And I'm not quite sure if they made a goalie substitution.
It looks that way, but it's hard to tell without the numbers.
Pack is coming out strong, playing very aggressively.
I think you're right. I think there might have been some sort of rousing speech there. I think I might have heard some of might have gotten them fired up here.
Right. It's always important, especially if you're coming off of the field with 0-0, nothing on the board. You gotta say something to make them work harder for a goal.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Pack is gonna take over there.
And Lassiter is sent up top.
And Lassiter always seems to be out in front of the pack. Pardon the pun there. Just always out running, looking to make a play. UNC is going to kick that ball back into play there.
I think UNC might have made a goalkeeper change, but I'm not quite sure. And Lassiter, she has the Jets. Oh.
Ooh.
Seems to have stunned everybody a little bit. That'll be a throw-in for the Tar Heels.
Right back to her. All right. The Wolfpack is going to take over on their side of the field there. That is number 7, Lauren Hayes, with the ball there. Pass it ahead to number 10, Anna Sheridan. But ball, unfortunately, travels out of bounds there, and it's looking like the UNC is about to take over.
Looks like up top with Ann Lassiter, we have number 9 for the Pack. We have Alana Jefferson, and I'm hoping them two as a duo will make something happen.
Mm-hmm. They need something to happen. It's been a pretty stagnant, still game thus far.
Right.
On both sides, though. On both sides.
The Pack seems to be a high-scoring team normally, so there's got to be something that UNC is doing to them to keep them from taking as many shots and having as many goals. Oh.
Absolutely. Do you think UNC went out of their way to game plan around NC State, see what they do well and don't do well, and try and use that to their advantage, or do you think it was just like any other game for them?
Well, you know, their record, they only have 1 loss, so I'm sure that this is just like any other game for them. They seem to be a high-intensity team also. So
looks like a foul there against the Pack.
This is probably one of the best teams that the Pack has had to face so far. So it is a challenge, and both offense-wise and defense-wise for the Pack. UNC with the shot.
And a great save there. I mean, another one where the goalkeeper for NC State didn't have to move a whole lot, but she got the job done regardless.
Right. They've got to put a little more pace on the ball if they want to have a shot that goes in.
Absolutely. All right, number 9.
And is sent forward, and Ann Lassiter is on, going for the ball.
Alana Jefferson
take a shot.
gets it up there, and looks like
a foul is called on Ann Lassiter.
It's an interesting call there. UNC is going to take over.
Well, it's important. You got to make sure you're playing the ball, not on someone's body.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got to keep everybody safe out there for sure.
She saves the ball from going out.
Number 9, Elena Jefferson. Back to number 8, Nicole Kohlberg. And that ball is just going to go out of bounds there. Going to stay with NC State, and Nicole Kohlberg is going to throw it in here. All right, getting it back a little bit. Maybe wanted to reset.
They seem to be getting in a lot of tangles up top, so it's looking like they need to make some sort of cross whenever they're in that trouble up top.
You think so? Try and get away from the scrum, kind of free somebody up.
Right. Both teams seem to be getting in, like, they're not communicating as well as they'd like to.
And calling the foul there, I believe.
And it looks
against number 9, Elena Jefferson for the Wolfpack.
Actually, I think that was, yeah, it was Elena Jefferson. Seemed to be her last warning. The refs seemed to be pretty upset about that foul. And it is in for the Heels.
Oh, just high. A little bit too high and a little bit too far to the right. But otherwise, that was about 2 feet removed from being a goal there.
Right.
So.
And those are the kind of shots the Heels have to take if they want to make something happen.
Absolutely.
They've got to keep taking their chances, and eventually something will go in and work for them. but nothing's going to happen if they don't keep trying.
No question, no question. That's a shot you're disappointed didn't go in, but you're happy with the aggressiveness and the type of shot they took there.
Right.
All right.
That is a foul on the heels.
NC State gonna throw it in, or gonna kick it in, I apologize. So solid opportunity for NC State to get something going here. Or not. Might have just given them another jinx there. Chapel Hill's taking over.
Kicks like that are similar to goal kicks. You've got to place it right for it to mean something. She's just dribbling straight through the defense. That's number 18, Sylvia Salas.
It's going to stay Wolfpack ball on UNC side of the field here. The Pack looking to get back into the box and take some more shots, much like they were in the first half.
These are the situations in which the Pack has got to cross the ball. It looks like there's a foul in the play, so I guess it's going to be a forced cross for them. Try to make something of it. Looking what kind of runs the Pack will make if they're in the box.
Another primo opportunity for the Pack here to try and get something going towards the goal. All comes down to the kick again, though.
It's
Placements,
in.
everything. Oh, just a little bit high there. Just out of the reach of Ann Lassiter-Barnes there, number 4. Oof. Another hard fall there.
And the Pack takes possession back.
They do. All right.
It's interesting because most of the games they play at Method Fields, there aren't games going on beside them. So I can imagine that that's a factor. Also, the whistles blowing from games around them here at Wolfpack Training Center can affect their play of game.
Absolutely. It's throwing me off, and I'm not even in the game, so I can't even imagine what they're going through on the field trying to look for the ball while also keep in mind what the ref's doing. So I feel like whistles for fields so close by could definitely throw somebody off.
Right, because in soccer you play to the whistle, but if you're confused of which whistle is yours, that can often confuse some players.
No question, no question.
Put them off their game.
It's going to be UNC ball here. It's number 9, Catherine Herthford. The far side of the field. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Pack's taking it back over. All right.
Pack sending it back, but it looks like that was a dangerous play for them. UNC has caught on that they like to send it back to reset, and they've taken advantage of that, and that'll be a throw-in for the Tar Heels. They're playing quick. They're not giving NC State much time to set up.
Very assertive. Would you call that a double team, a trap there? To shut down Nicole Kohlberg, wasn't able to get anything going with the ball there, and a quick throw-in for UNC.
Right. Both teams seem to be playing very quickly.
Very different pace and tempo than the first half, I'd say. I think they're definitely, I don't know if desperation's the word for it, but they definitely want goals at this point in the game. Number 9, Elena Jefferson there, takes the header. All right. Chapel Hill kicking it back a little bit, trying to get the offense going, and moving it ahead to number 30, Patterson.
That is a through pass.
It's a through pass, and unfortunately weren't able to capitalize. The ball's going to go out of bounds there, but
NC State's coach seems to be upset that the UNC player had a lane through where she could get past all the players and potentially have a shot, and that's something that they don't want for the Pack.
Absolutely, yeah.
Some sort of hole in the defense.
Very uncharacteristic of the Pack defense there to make a mistake like that. Luckily for them, it didn't come back to cost them, but they're definitely going to want to keep an eye on that going forward. Oof.
Foul on the play.
A foul, I believe, on number 10, Anna Sheridan there. Here we go. Oh, right back to the Pack. Not what UNC was looking for there, but they get the ball back, looking to reset the offense. And number 9, Elena Jefferson, just kicks it out of bounds there.
And this is a similar situation to when UNC had a breakaway a few seconds ago.
Very similar, very similar. Almost the
placement.
same exact spot on the field, yeah. Oh. Oof. We have spent, it seems like, a lot of time on NC State's side of the field here. The UNC offense definitely seems to have gotten something going here. They've not been able to convert it into a goal, but they've got NC State playing a lot more defense than they'd like to, I'd say. And that ball again is just going to go right out of bounds.
The ball was sent straight to our table.
Straight hit me in the hand there.
Oh.
It's all good.
My nose is starting to run. I can imagine if you're running all over the field.
Oh, yeah, I can't even
You
imagine.
start to get a runny nose also.
Well, they're probably warming themselves up a little bit just by the constant movement. But
and Ann Lassiter.
Ann Lassiter's got a head of steam.
Passes the ball to herself, and she is down the field.
She's down the field. Oh.
It was her against 4.
And she almost came out on top.
She almost did, and that's something that's so strong about her, that she could take on any wall of defense.
She seems to have almost elite level speed in the sense that when she gets the ball, she is moving.
She has those jets. She does.
Back on NC State's side of the field.
And that's often the team seems to have a lot of faith in her. If they can send it up top to her, they've got faith that she'll take it and do something with it.
She's a playmaker, if you will.
Right.
Let's see. Chapelil spending a lot of time on NC State's side of the field, not able to get the goal, though. Let's see if they can at least take another shot here. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Somebody took a pretty mean spill there, but they are right back up. NC State goalkeeper's about to kick it back into play here. Right. Gets it to number 16, Carson Fielding, it looks like. I apologize, that's number 18, Sylvina Salas. Elena Jefferson has got the ball, looking at, oof.
Not quite the pass.
She was looking for Ann Lassiter Barnes there, yeah.
I'm looking to make the same play again. Send it up to Ann Lassiter.
Oh, and again, just not quite able to get it there. If they are able to connect on that pass, though, Ann Lassiter with a clear shot, I think that's exactly what NC State's looking for. That's maybe their best chance here.
A little bit of contact.
No call there. Ref's letting him play through it. Gets it back out to Elena Jefferson. She's going to take a shot and head it out, saved by the UNC player there.
NC State playing from the ground a little bit.
You can almost hear by the players just the intensity of the game has changed, it sounds like. They're communicating a lot more vocal, a lot louder.
Yeah, neither of these teams seems to want to go home with a tie, so both of them are putting it all out on the field to try and get a goal.
Absolutely.
And both teams must have said something during halftime, because both teams are taking a lot more shots than they were in the first half.
No question. It's going to be Pack ball here. Trying to. All right. The Pack trying to set up there about midfield, get something going.
Right.
Let's see. And
both teams making a lot of tackles.
I think.
And one will end up in a foul.
Looks like they're calling a foul there on, I believe, NC State.
Right. Not sure who. It's a little far away.
A little bit hard to tell. A lot of jerseys in that area. Don't know who the call was on, but it was on NC State, and Chapel kicks it in there. But NC State is going to take the ball right back from him. Number 17, Kathleen Moore for UNC.
Oh. That one was a little bit of a body, and it looks like that one's a yellow card for the Heels. That was on number 9, Catherine Herforth.
Number 15 for the Pack, Julia Nye, is still down on the field.
That one was a little bit of a violent attack. She seems to be on the field. That must have knocked a lot of the wind out of her. And I think
she had her hands on her head.
That's number 18, Sylvana Salas.
No, I think it's 15.
I am not sure.
I think it's 15, Julia Nye, yeah.
Looks like they're making an injury substitution.
Ellison Luthane coming in there.
All of them for the Pack. And for the Tar Heels, we have number 11, Casey Mullen, and Mia Zaid. Looks like both teams are a little stunned after that.
Who wouldn't be? That
tackle.
was a hard collision there.
Yeah.
Looks like Julia and I should be okay, but definitely a scary play there.
You got to wonder if that settles them down and makes them play a little slower after seeing one of their teammates or someone on the opposing team go down so hard.
That is a concern. I don't just for me, I feel like that might make him go even harder. That might be wrong, but I feel like at least in sports like football or more contact sports, the second somebody takes a shot, that kind of gets the whole team energized. But
right.
I could be wrong, though. We'll see what they got going here.
And a throw-in for the Pack.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long throw-in.
Chapel Hill's going to take the ball. Ooh, almost got something going there towards the goal, but snuffed out by NC State there.
It's a throw from the goalie, but it looks like she's in trouble. And UNC gained possession from that.
Looks like that was number 14, Mia Zaid for UNC there.
And for the Heels, we have number 5, Christina Wayne, and for the Pack, we have number 2, Anna Bevins.
Anna Bevins very active in the first half around the ball, playing defense. Let's see if she can kind of recapture what made that first half so special for her.
Right.
And see if she can translate that into an NC State win.
And she's back up top with Ann Lasser-Barnes. And it looks like Ann Lasser-Barnes knows just where to go. If they send it, she'll be up there.
She's always out running.
For someone with such speed and aggression as Ann Lasser-Barnes, you got to wonder if it being colder, it's harder for her to run as fast and as long.
That is a very legitimate concern. I feel like she doesn't really seem to be slowing down that much though.
Right.
She must be getting tired, but she is not showing it. Number 9, Elena Jefferson for the Pack there. Kicks it out to Caroline Wright, and UNC is going to take control there.
It seems like all of UNC drops back except one whenever the Pack has the ball on UNC's side of the field. So they've got to take more chances and more shots because otherwise they're just going to get in trouble and have the ball taken away from them.
And what is UNC's motivation there for doing that, for dropping everybody except
Well, if you're UNC, if someone is down the field, they've noticed that NC State seems to play with the ball a little longer than they should. Oh.
Oh.
And
Uh-oh.
a shot for the Pack.
Oh.
And it goes just right.
Just right. Just looked like about a half foot there. That was a great shot there by, cannot see the number there. But, yeah, unfortunately just sailed a little bit too far to the right. Otherwise, we could have been looking at 1-0 here.
Right, and like I was just saying, if they play with the ball up top, UNC will easily take it away from them. So they've got to take more chances like that. But UNC on the second hand has to, you know, stop the Pack quick so they can't have those chances.
Definitely.
Both teams seem to be using a lot of their footwork, but it's not coming out in their benefit because the ball is being taken from them. They've got to have better first touches. And the ball is down on Pack side of the field.
Number 14, Cameron Pirtle, looks like she's going to, oh, nope, just heads on out of bounds. UNC's got control here.
And a shot on goal, but it goes just left.
Just left.
Doesn't seem like the goalie was too worried about that one. And in for the Pack, we have number 3, Emma Lujabil, and Anna Sheridan, number 10.
Definitely a lot more shots on goal in the second half than we saw in the first half.
Right. I think both coaches told them, you know, if you want something to happen, you got to make something of it.
Absolutely.
It's not going to come to you. You got to make it yourself.
No question. Yeah, the intensity, as I said, is definitely been elevated here in the second half of play. Ooh, got tangled up there a little bit. No call.
Tripping on herself, it seems like. And see, there's that attempted cross that I was talking about. You know, they've got to, if they're in trouble, they've got to switch the sides of the field.
Absolutely.
And that's a throw in for the Pack. Got a lot of support here on the NC State bench. Lots of clapping.
A lot more vocal here than they had been prior.
In for UNC, we have Patterson Sheehan.
She's gonna sub in for, let's see, the jersey, and it's looking like number 17, Kathleen Moore.
Nope. Well, I'm not sure. There's 2 number 17s.
2 number 17s. That could have either been Kathleen Moore or Madeline Marks. We're not 100% sure, but it was definitely one of those 2. Looks like number 22, Sally Kuhn, is about to sub in for UNC.
And UNC is looking to take a shot on goal.
Aggressive.
They're getting close to the box. And that is a left-footed shot that gets quite, can't get past quite her foot.
Snuffed out by Elena Jefferson there on the sliding save.
The goalie chooses to punt it. And Ann Lassiter seems to assist herself.
That's not the first time we've seen Ann Lassiter pass it to herself in this game.
In for the Pack, we have number 12, Sarah Hitt. And in for the Tar Heels, we have number 22, Sally Kuhn. It's a long throw in for the Pack. Oh, and it seems like the heads collided right there. Luckily, no one got hurt.
I think these soccer players out here have got to have thick skulls just based on the number of headers they're taking a game. So I think a little head-to-head contact like that shouldn't hurt too bad.
A little bit of a shot on goal. Doesn't seem like it was very close to the goal, but that's the kind of chances they need to start taking.
Absolutely.
When they're in trouble, just shoot it. And that's down the side of the field for UNC, and it goes out of bounds.
They are calling it
a Wolfpack throw-in.
Wolfpack throw-in.
And another header, but that one goes out, so it'll be another NC State throw-in. Looking for a ball, though.
Gonna have to get a little dirty, go into the little wooded area there to find the ball. But she's got it. Here comes the Wolfpack throw-in. Number 17, Tessa Hansen, gets it to number 8, Nicole Colbert.
Oh, and she looked like she was looking for a pass, but there was no one on that side to pass to.
Unfortunate.
And for the Heels, we have number 15, Caroline Rusk. The bright pink cleats.
It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
The Heels seem to have a lot of colorful cleats on the field. We've got neon yellow and neon green, neon pink.
They definitely do. They definitely do. Uh-oh.
That's
Elena Jefferson's got a head of steam there. Oh, shut down by the 3 Tar Heel players on defense there, but for a second there, it looked like she might have something going. Some motivational words coming from the UNC bench.
That's a short goal kick for the Heels. They're looking to get it up top, but it looks like NC State has taken possession.
Part of the dangers of a short kick like that. Oh, kick
that
on
shot
goal.
Was just not quite there.
Saved by the UNC goalkeeper.
There's a lot of pressure from these NC State offensive players looking to get a goal.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, Nicole Colberg steals the ball there.
Both teams seem to be excited. Both playing quickly and trying to make something of it. And they're getting stuck in trouble here, both teams. And the Heels bench seems to want them to play big, and that's the type of thing that they need to do. They can't play with the ball too long or else they'd get it taken away just like they did.
And that is going to be a UNC throw-in right there. Number 11, Casey Mullen.
She's looking for a play to pass to.
Oh.
And there's a breakaway for the UNC Tar Heels. And the Pack chooses to kick it out in order to get their team back to reset.
And
and the ball goes out.
again, is going to stay with UNC.
Quickly thrown in by the Heels, not giving much time for either team to set up.
The Pack seems to be playing pretty aggressively on defense. Either they're going to steal the ball or they're just going to kick it out of bounds and give them a chance to reset.
In for the Pack, we have number 4, Ann Lassiter-Barnes, and number 18, Silvana Salas.
And Lassiter-Barnes got a quick breather, but she's right back into the flow of things, looking to get out and running once again. Stolen from Elena Jefferson there. Tar Heels got the ball at the head of steam there. Gets it ahead to number 9,
And they
Catherine
pass back to the
Herfurth.
goalie.
And back to the goalie.
And a little bit of header to get it up top. But UNC has possession, and they kick it back to their goalie in order to get it back up top.
It seems both teams are maybe a little bit less organized than they were coming right out of the half. They
Right,
were
right.
Playing very assertive, very calculated. Now it seems they might have, I don't know if it's the weather or just getting tired, but there
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be the same level of precision.
Well, you know, the time's ticking down. They don't know how much time they have left. I'm not sure how much time they have left either.
Fair
And
enough.
so they're knowing their time is getting smaller and smaller, so they're trying to make something quick of it. And whether that be less organized, they just want a goal. And, you know, that oftentimes makes their passes less crisp and direct. And so they've got to keep that in mind, that although they need to get something quick, they need to make sure it's done right.
No question, no question. Oh, number 12. Uh-oh.
Oh! Oh my
Two
goodness.
people go down.
That looked like a little bit of a foul, but I'm not sure either refs thought anything of it.
No call from the refs there.
You know, you've got to be careful when there's contact between a forward player and the goalie.
Yeah, we just saw 2 people go down there. Oh, another 2 people go down. It is getting chippy here.
It is. Both players are playing a little aggressively, but in a wrong way.
Yeah. And that ball is just going to go out of bounds, hopefully giving both sides a chance to cool down maybe.
Right. I think that's what they need. I think they need to settle down and prioritize what they're going for. Because although they want goals, they want safe goals, and they want to play right.
Absolutely. We have got the UNC throw in here, or kick. Always. Not the first time I've made that mistake tonight.
And that goes straight to
Back
an NC State player.
Not the greatest success rate on those kick-ins tonight.
Right, and the ball goes back in the woods.
Let's see.
But they've got to back up. And that's an NC State throw-in.
I think I just heard somebody on the UNC side say to slow it down. So I think they're maybe not a fan of this frantic tempo they're playing at right now.
Right,
and want to bring it back to where they were.
It's becoming harder and harder for them to find feet for both teams because they're playing in such a hurry. They can't have time to find feet. Oh my goodness, and the ball was coming straight at us.
That was a scary play right there for us. Luckily, no one was hurt, or even came close to getting hurt. But still, scary play nonetheless. We've got a throw in for NC State here. It's looking like it's going to be number 8, Nicole Kohlberg. That ball's
a little bit
go
of
out.
miscommunication.
Another one.
They're coming straight for our equipment here.
They are targeting us, it appears, here.
And then it's sent down to Callie Creech.
Callie Creech out and running. And hard to see what's going on down there. It looks like the ball went out of bounds there.
Looks like a throw-in for the Heels.
For the Heels, you think?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
And the ball is out again, and it'll be another UNC throw-in. Pack gains possession, but they've got to settle it down and find feet. And they did not do that.
That is going to be
an NC State throw-in. An attempt of a shot, it looks like, but there was a tackle on the play.
Lena Jefferson was looking for the shot, but yep, she did get stopped there. Now for maybe another chance at it, though. NC State.
And there's a cross on the field.
Oh, diving save.
That was a nice save.
From the UNC goalkeeper there. That was a heck of a play there.
That was definitely one of the most impactful plays of the game because that could have turned the tables and given NC State a goal, which would have completely changed the play of game for both teams.
Especially this late in the game. That could have been huge.
Yeah.
Luckily for UNC, it was not to be, but...
And the Pack sends it out. And that is a UNC throw-in. Seems like both teams have settled down with the substitutions, trying to work with the players they have on the field.
I think you're absolutely right there. I have not seen a sub in a long while here. I think they've got players they want on the field, and they're just going to see what happens.
Right. And she powers through the defense, through the midfield, and
Gets it
it
ahead
is sent up.
Number 9, Elena Jefferson there.
And she's looking for a cross, and
and
it's just deflected.
Taken away by Caroline Rusk there for Chapel Hill. Trying to get the ball there to Ann Lassiter-Barnes. Unfortunately, UNC takes it away and looks like sends it out of bounds there. But nope, NC State sent it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Tar Heels here.
It sounds like they said there's 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. This is where they've really got to crank it up a notch. Really get uber aggressive here to either try and win or just play for the tie, I guess, and preserve the undefeated record. But I'd say both teams here are looking for a win.
Yeah, the Pack, although they're undefeated, they do have a tie on their record, and I'm assuming that's not another number they want to increase.
Absolutely not. They'd much rather have it in the wins column.
That was a handball called on the Pack. So that'll be UNC's ball to take a shot right outside the box. This is a big play. This is important.
This is, especially this late in the game, this could dramatically impact the outcome of this game, especially if they were able to capitalize and convert this into a goal here.
And it looks like Patterson Sheehan will be on the ball for the shot.
I think Patterson Sheehan may have taken a shot earlier in the game.
And she averts to pass it.
Interesting decision there.
And it seemed it did not work in their favor.
Did not work in their favor. NC State's got a head of steam. Is that?
That is Ann Lassiter-Barnes.
She's out ahead of the Pack again. Oh.
And she is stopped.
By number.
But she is still up top. And there's still a chance for her to take a shot.
Great play by number 27, Laura Sullivan there for UNC to be able to cut off Ann Lassiter-Barnes and potentially preserve the goal there.
That was a UNC throw-in, but it looks like the possession is going back and forth. And they send it up for the Pack.
Number 1, Callie Creech.
Both teams are playing very aggressively, trying to make something over the last few seconds.
The ball.
Looking for those passes, trying to make the most of this play. It may be one of their last offensive plays, and Ann Lassiter-Barnes can't quite get there. And the ball is kicked out.
Of bounds. It will be
a UNC throw-in.
Little contact there. Looks like they called the foul there against NC State. This is potentially another very impactful play coming up here.
Right. And there's seconds left in the game, so this is a big opportunity for the Heels.
Almost make or break right here.
Right. It's probably one of their last.
Let's see if they can pull some magic out on a was it Monday?
It is Monday.
On a Monday night.
And that is a big kick sent in.
There's the hit. She's got a chance.
And the ball goes out.
Out of bounds is going to stay with the Tar Heels.
It'll be she's looking to find feet. And the ball soars down the field. But it goes out of bounds for a UNC throw-in.
Definitely a very calculated defensive move there for NC State. They were pretty deep in their own territory and just wanted to reset a little bit.
Right. And it seems like NC State kicks it back out, and that is the end of the second half. And our game ends with a 0-0 tie. Both teams look a little upset with the outcome. It seems both teams really wanted a win for their team, but neither team leaves with a loss.
Two very evenly matched, fantastic teams with great records get to preserve their records going forward, with neither of them taking a loss, but unfortunately neither of them walking out of here with a win. They are shaking hands, hugging in midfield there for the interstate rivalry. Thank you for tuning in to PackTV. I'm Brody Galloway.
And I'm Lily Mangrum.
Tune in next time.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, think and do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.